Thank you for coming, Dr. Brigg.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be here. I'm never quite sure in addressing an audience like this. Some of you have a great deal of experience and knowledge in the area of the English Bible and the text behind it, and others of you may not know very much about it. So in some cases I may bore you if you know too much, and in some cases I may be over your head if you don't know enough. So I'll try to match something in between. I always like to tell a few stories now and again. I hope you will forgive me for any kind of story that I might tell. In fact, I think I'll begin with one. It was true that during the uprising in Ethiopia, when Haile Selassie was deposed and the Chinese communists took control, I was teaching in a Bible school down country, and we're under a lot of pressure for about 3 or 4 months just prior to his coup, and then several months after that. And so finally they forced us all into the capital city, and there was just not enough work for everybody in the capital city, and so at that time we came home. But one of the things during those trying months, I was in charge of the bookstore and the library and the school, and so in order to get prepared to leave, we had to evacuate everything. We were only allowed to leave the country with what we could carry in our suitcase, and so I had lots of books and Bibles and things that I had to get rid of. So I had a great big sale for all the Ethiopians. Well, they don't have much money, so you can imagine they were all sold fairly cheaply. And I remember one of the Bible school teachers came up to me and said, I want to buy 5 of these particular Amharic Bibles. That's the language in Ethiopia. And I said, why in the world do you want 5? You have one for you and your wife, and your 3 children they were all like infants. They were six years old. And he said, well, you know, I'm going to take those Bibles and I'm going to bury them, because we believe that once the communists get control, that they're going to destroy all of the Bibles. And so he bought these, wrapped them in plastic, and buried them. I have never heard what happened to those since then. But that stuck with me when I came back to the States and began to teach at Multnomah, and one of my subjects was the history of the Bible and canonicity and some of those things. And that rang in my mind so much, because I realized the desire on the part of the Ethiopians to know God's Word and to study the Bible. And there's a lot of apathy in America. And I could even tell that at a Bible college, where they didn't seem to have that passion for the Bible that they did have in Ethiopia.